I think.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Uh-oh.
I'm back. I believe I reconnected.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The
yeah,
lag is real.
Doc is here in chat as well. He said he's finally able to sit up straight, or actually half straight. But anyway, the SK Gaming, um, are they falling out of contention? I mean, last 5 games they were 1-4.
Hmm. Well, like every professional team has tilts and everything, you know that. I think they just hit a major tilt in their game style.
Right, because I mean, again, this week they moved down 2 spots again, which then Millennium on the other end of the aspect, Millennium was down 6th and 7th, and now they're third in the standings for until Thursday. So I mean, and of course Alliance is back up, Doc's favorite team with Froggen.
Yeah.
But
I think no, it's EG. EG is his favorite team.
well, EG when they were in Europe, EGNA is his favorite
Yeah.
team. But I don't. It's just a thing. I can't even talk right now. We expect Copenhagen Wolves to be, yeah, subpar. We expect Gambit Gaming, which I don't know how they are and why they are, but we expect them this season to be subpar for the summer. Are they going to come back? Is the question.
Hmm. Well,
But
you never know.
Copenhagen, they've pulled off some upsets, haven't they?
They have.
So
Yeah, they got a new like a substitute as well. Copenhagen and everything.
Right. Well, they're playing a new support, aren't they?
No, it's I don't know. Maybe I have no sure of it. Oh, my chat is like Copenhagen Wolves in big caps. Big fan. I have in my chat. All right. Yeah. They have a new Soren. Someone says in my chat at least is a new substitute support mid laner. All right, more
So,
mid laner.
so he is okay, a mid laner then. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
that.
and
Go ahead.
they also have a new jungler substitute. If you didn't know.
Yeah, they changed their whole team around. I mean, I kind of
And
see how why they're losing, but I don't.
it's just it's just like a substitute. Like Gripex is for SK Gaming right now. He's named Broken Shard. He's now at the moment a substitute for Copenhagen Wolves.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but I understand why they're losing. I mean, they're right now they're 5-17.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I mean, they're an LCS team. They've got to do something more than what they're doing now to overcome what's going on. Um, uh, if you think I'm wrong, I don't understand myself, but it isn't. That should be something that they should be doing a little bit faster and a little bit better than what they're doing. I mean, they're in the LCS. Come on, and they've been there for. This isn't just their first year.
well, someone's got to lose, right?
Yeah, exactly. Someone's got to lose.
Yeah, but losing this, maybe it's like EG and NA. Okay, they just happen to get their ass kicked all the time. Um, on the other part of it, Copenhagen Wolves did, and I give it the upset of the week because of everybody and their mama thought SK Gaming was going to beat Copenhagen Wolves on Thursday, and they stomped their ass. I mean, stomped them. But that's like one win. It's the same as SK Gaming's last 5 game. It's just one win, 1-4.
Yeah.
You can't explain it. You can't do anything with it.
Not really.
And for the Copenhagen Wolf fans, I'm not saying that they're just crap. I mean, they're in the LCS. I'm not saying that whatsoever. So don't stone me or tar and feather me. But they just need to figure out something to either get those people that are subbing, say, all right, hey, if we start winning, you got a spot. It's the people that can stay. But do an open. They need to do something. That's all. I can't even explain what I'm trying to say right now. Anybody?
Well, I was just gonna say one thing I've noticed from what little I have been keeping up with, and it's not just on high level of competition, just in League of Legends period. When you lose, the losses tend to come in chunks. because I think teams get demoralized. Even at the top tier, you just notice that they don't lose one game and then they win again. It's usually like a couple games back to back, and then they might regain their traction. But
Right.
I don't know, from what I've seen, I never see like a one-off loss. It's usually two losses back to back because you lose that game, then you beat yourself up, and then you get demoralized, and then the next game you're like, you know. I think that's a League of Legends thing.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that at any game. When you go on a losing streak, you start feeling like, oh, I should have done it this, but then you're so concentrated on making sure that you counter this specific aspect that they turn around and just beat the hell out of you a different way. So then you're tunneling, and that's people who start going on tilt. They go on tilt.
Yeah.
That's just,
League of Legends is probably the worst on it. Well, actually, I might say Call of Duty, just to put it out there as far as games people really know that are very popular. Because in Call of Duty, you got the whole spawn trapping thing, and then once people have the anchors in place, and you're coming out, you're dying right away. It's like there's not even a chance. At least in League of Legends, if you fall behind, you can still make some plays and turn things around. Like it's still anyone's game at any point. Because all it takes is that one team battle that you lose and get that lane pushed, or if someone snipes your Baron or whatever.
mm-hmm.
I'm about to say Roshan again. I keep thinking Dota when I talk to you guys about League of Legends.
I don't see why you think that.
Yeah.
No,
Why do
that-
you think that, man? That just hurts.
I got some more info. Copenhagen Wolves went 3-2 last 5 games. They are coming back. Just now from my chat.
Who's coming back?
Yeah, I was.
Copenhagen Wolves.
They beat me to it. I'm looking at their team stats right now. They did go 3-2, but it's just like I said. It's like anybody's game. I mean, it's not very early in the season. They need to start doing something like yesterday, which they are. But I mean, they need to do something now. Which, if they continue on their road right now with what they're doing, hopefully they're gonna have something to show for it. Because what is it? In the top 6 goes on.
Wasn't it more? Haven't they increased it?
Yeah,
Weren't
but
they
there's
8
only
or something?
there's only 8 teams.
Oh.
So I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
it's the top 6 goes on to the playoffs, and then then you go from there. Then you go best of 3, and then I think best of 5 for the championship. So I mean, I really think they can do it. They just need to keep winning. If they don't keep winning, they're done. Within the next few weeks, winning. But anyway, of course, we're gonna go through every week. We do go through the bands of the week. Worthwhile bands of the week. We're not gonna. A lot of bands aren't really changing. We're seeing who's actually big, who's can actually snowball really, really easy. There are some on here that we're gonna say today that that you don't think that are worthwhile bands, but you got to realize where we're coming from. I'm in the bronze. I'm in a bronze level right now, so I'm seeing stuff from bronze level, and then I have a buddy that's playing, of course, up to challenger level. So I mean, he's giving me feedback through all his stuff. So, the worthwhile bands of the week, of course, of Kali is fairly strong unless you shut her down. There are certain ways that you can shut her down that you can play well. You just have to play defensive. Ziggs is one of them. People don't believe in Ziggs, but Ziggs is overpowered as fuck. If you don't believe in him, then you're going to lose with him. LeBlanc is still fairly strong. Cassidon is really strong as well. 1 kill for Cassidon, or even an assist, can start a snowball on a Cassidon. If you guys don't play against him, try it. I guarantee you better be on your toes or you're going to die very early. Of course, in the jungle, we got Lee Sin and Rengar. They are champions that you need to ban unless you can play against them. They are early game champions. They do put map pressure, lane pressure in the early game for a reason. That's what they're there for. You won't see a Lee Sin running a Wiggles Lantern, or trying to get a what's it called? I can't
Pharaoh
remember.
Flare.
A Pharaoh Flare, because he needs to be in lane ganking. So,
Yeah, he needs to be active in the lanes.
now, despite the nerfs to Jax, Jax is still fairly strong. They're kind of leveling him out a little bit. Kale is no longer really a necessary ban. You just need to, again, know how to play through it. Yasuo is one of the last ones, just because of his strength and just snowballing ability. By the time the Yasuo gets his static shiv, he is already overpowering you, and unless you have some extra return damage or defense, he's gonna kill you. Top lane or mid lane. Kantiel, have you played against anything this week that would note a worthwhile ban?
Anything like, you mean like Yasuo
In game.
in game?
Any champion.
Lucian. I hate him.
And as we were talking a little bit earlier, Lucian with his
And a Galio is actually pretty annoying
okay,
because of the magic resist they can get and all the AP.
right, and as you guys were saying, with Lucian, he is an overpowered champion. Now, I have played against a Lucian. There are a few champions that can beat him. You just got to know how to play him. I know Doc's banned Soraka, Rockabot. You could say that about a lot of supports because of what their specific skills. Some people would say ban Braum. No, screw that. Ban Thresh. I'm good. Ban Morgana. No, you can play around her. You can play around every person. You just got to know how to do it, guys. That's all it is. But, for the bronze players, if you don't want to face them, of course, you want to ban Braum. You want to ban a Morgana if you don't want to deal with that shield. Thresh is really easy to dodge. If you really think about it, more bronze players ban Blitzcrank than freaking what they need to.
Yeah, my viewer says Braum isn't worth a ban even.
Not anymore. They brought his extra damage and his base health down.
Yeah.
Again.
It was gonna happen again.
That doesn't make any sense, though. I mean, it's the same. Anyway, we're not going to get onto that. But we are going to talk about that. Those are the bans. Yogi, have you played League at all this week?
A little bit. I still feel like the nerfs to Jax were unnecessary because Jax could be easily shut down if you play safe. The thing is, people tend to chase after Jax thinking, oh, he's low, I could get him. And then he goes around, whips you with his stick. Then you try to run away, and he leaps on you. GG. He's like, okay, no. Akali's similar too. Like she's annoying because she's got that little stealth AOE. So and that could turn things around big time if you're not careful. She breaks the target on herself by dropping that down, and she could just poke away at you and then finish you off. But again, a Kali that gets shut down early game becomes rather useless because she struggles to put that damage out. If she doesn't get that burst, she's just tickling you and then running away half of the time. But I don't know. Kassadin, the last few times I saw Kassadin, he was really big for a while. I don't think he's as powerful, but he's annoying because he's got that stupid. That's what I call it. No, I can't make the sound, obviously. But you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, damn it, I'm dead. Once you overextend with Cassidy, it's like, just let me just sit here. Hold on, let me loop myself up. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready now. I'm ready. Oh, yeah, exactly, like that.
But every week we decide to go on a rotating champions of the week, where we pick a couple champions and we actually just talk about them, talk about their relevance in the game. Whether they're would they be good for many different any kind of team comps, or would they even be good for a first pick in a team game? So the two champions that we are going to roll again, we're still in the Bs. It's Brand and Braum.
Funny thing, I actually played versus a Brand just recently. It was not a pleasant sight. He didn't play him so good. I almost felt sick. He missed his Q combo or WQ combo.
He
It's
missed
like-
it.
Yeah, he missed it. Point blank.
I was about to say, well, how far was he?
About a hook range.
He said point blank, so that's good enough for me.
Yeah, point blank. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. And they actually won that game, and I'm on a freaking tail right now. I need to play better.
Mhm.
But kind of funny, I'm in Silver 3 now, and I haven't actually been demoted after like 5-6 ranked games lost.
I wasn't either. When I went back
weird.
to bronze 4, which yeah, sorry guys. Trolls in bronze. It's the struggle. But anyway,
Yeah.
I lost like 6 in a row before I had to go back down. So I mean, I think they're giving you more of a chance. With Braum, you have his Blaze, his Seer, his E is his Pillar of Flame, and his alt, his R is
Hold on.
oh,
You're
my
talking about
bad,
Brand
my
now.
bad.
Hold
Brand.
on.
His E, his Q is his Seer. No.
Wait, hold on then. Let's see. I haven't actually.
Pyro.
His. Alright. His Q is here, yes.
Yes,
That's
I was
correct.
looking at his passive. His passive is called Blaze. Okay. Brand's light spell lights his target of Blaze, dealing 2% of maximum health as magic
8.
damage. For 4
8%.
seconds, and a total of. Let me finish the sentence. 2% of dealing 2% of their maximum health as magic damage per second for 4 seconds, for a total of 8% of maximum health. So if you got 800 health, he's doing 80 damage, or 60 damage, which is not a lot, but once you get up there in levels, it hurts really
It
bad.
really hurts. Yeah.
Especially if he crits you, then you're fucked. His
It
Q is
doesn't crit.
It doesn't.
Nope. Nothing crits for him.
That sucks.
But it does high damage.
Of course, his Seer is his fireball. His Pillar of Flame is that big ring that he flows up from the ground and try to stun you with. And then his I can't even say it. Conflagration.
Conflagration, yeah.
Woo! I can't read today. Anyway, and his ultimate is Pyroclasm. If he does do a full ult on you or a full burst on you, full rotation, you are dead if you cannot move or heal or do something back.
Or spell shielded.
You can't. There's so many things that how Bram can kill you, and he can poke you from a distance due to his pillar, and his Seer. So there's a lot of things that Bram can do. You just got to play around it. What did you play against him, Kantiel?
I was fresh, of course. So I had to try and peel down and try to get him away from the most of the team. The Brand tried to go for my AD carry. He popped his ult with no debuffs on my AD carry. My AD carry is actually in the my chat right now. He got one hit, but he didn't die. Brand hit him once because I was so far away from him, so that it didn't bounce between us. So he kind of unused his ultimate there. That was a waste. When it didn't even jump on 2 people.
Right. But what we're saying, guys, is he is fairly decent. He's not a highly skilled champion, but you need to have some kind of skill. He's around the middle part in skill wise. He is full AP, so you guys can check out for that. So if you guys are playing against him, you are gonna probably build your magic resist item first, just because to mitigate a little bit of his damage. You're not going to mitigate much, but I do know that a Lulu is fairly good against him. A Ziggs is actually decent against him if you know how to play in zone, and a Syndra can actually blow up a Bran. So, you guys have anything else to say about Bran?
It's good to see him coming back.
Yeah, but it's not back fully yet, though. He still needs a lot to get back into the game.
It's going to be a while for Bram is full.
Yeah.
Brand is fully back into
Back
the
in the
game.
game, yeah.
Next champion we're going to talk about, and this is going fairly quickly, guys, because we do have a special Dawngate presentation for you guys, but is Braum. Now, Braum is a support player, okay? He's the heart of the fjord, and he's He's beast. Before this last patch, he was actually very, very good to the point he could get tanky enough and do just enough damage to where he could take on a full team, and unless they stun locked him and just beat the living hell out of him, he could kite him around. I've seen people do it. Who was it that I watched doing it? It was one of the EU streamers that I was watching that was just kiting him around, doing damage, not taking much, and then all of a sudden his team came up and just obliterated him. I mean, it was great. He does have his 4 spells. His passive is called Concussive Blows. Braum basic attacks and Winter Bites applies a concussive blow for 4 seconds. The first stack has been applied, the basic attack, and applied the champion generates a concussive blow stack. So if you hit him with your Q and with your Winter's Bite and you actually go up and melee or AA the champion, you'll actually do a stack. The more stacks, the more damage. Or actually, upon reaching 4 stacks, you get a stun for up to almost 2 seconds, which is not really a long time. But if it's just that extra second that we could take to kill an ADC or kill a really squishy support that overextended, it's really good. Stand By Me is his active. He actives it leaps to a nearby ally. So minion, champion, anybody, to where he can get in front of that ADC to activate his Unbreakable, which is his wall, which is basically a shield, will block any incoming damage from oncoming sources. So any source it blocks, except for tower shots or true damage shots. So it doesn't block anything with true damage or any tower shots. But it does block everything else. So, which is kind of like Yasuo's wind wall. It doesn't block freaking true damage, tower shots, but it blocks everything else. So,
yeah, but it blocks the first attack 100%, doesn't it? And then the rest is damage reduction, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Yasuo's it's the Unbreakable.
For Braum, yeah.
The damage reduction, is increased by 100%. First source of champion damage, and then reduced. It's not. It goes down to. It doesn't say even. It says the duration, but the damage reduction is 40%. Basically,
yeah.
It goes down
that's
which is still a lot if you're pulling out an alt or something that could probably kill you if it were 100 and not if it at 40. So, and his ultimate is the Glacial Fissure. It's basically he slams the ground and in a straight line from where you can actually aim at. He actually throws out like a line in which glacier, ice pops up from the ground, which if it hits you, that knocks you up. If it hits the person, it knocks them up and stuns them. The line actually just will knock up. So he is a good center. He would synergize really well with a Yasuo, or even even a pick comp. He can actually synergize with any comp because he's just so beefy. He is actually a really great support. So, Kantiel, you got anything to say about Braum?
Braum. Braum. He's such a bitch to play against, but you normally ban him out. When you play him, you don't feel like you're doing the same thing as everyone else does. He's such a fucking tank. Just his E is the fucking bomb. Like, seriously, like, getting that Unbreakable will, when an Ezreal pops his ult, it's fucking GG. That is easy. I actually saved, what's it called? A Lee Sin from dying from an Ezreal when I popped my E by accident. When I was in front of him. Pop E. Oh, I saved his life. Damn it.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
And he can do some stuff. He can get in there. He's a tank. He's made to be like a tanky Thresh or Leona to absorb some of that frontline damage.
I would say more of a Leona in so case, because you can jump in by just jumping in to minions and such.
Yeah.
And not like Fresh, because you don't have the hook or the lantern to get someone in with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only downside.
Pros and cons to every champion, though. Go ahead, Yo.
Well, the one issue when you play as Braum, I like playing support a lot, and I love Braum. But the one issue with him is when your ADC like doesn't know how to synergize with him, and it's like they keep running away from you. It's like I can't jump to you if you keep running away from me, and I keep trying to stay close to him. It's like no, I don't want to be close to you. It's like you want to be close to me. It's like a block shots for you and buff up your resistances and all that stuff.
Especially on the skill shot ADCs minus Caitlyn, but to where if they have the skill shot it, you stand right in front of them, you take all those skill shots, you blow your shield every now and then, and he's taking no damage. Now he's doing damage, and but a lot of ADCs are scared.
Yeah,
They don't understand what's going on, especially if you get a support that actually wants to try to make plays. I play Thresh all the time, to where I'm getting down to where I can. You tell me to hit a hook, I'll hit it. To where it's game changing event that happened. So it's something that, like if I go into a game, and I did it yesterday, where I went into a game and I had an ADC. He was playing Lucian, and I said, "Oh, I'm playing Thresh. I got you back. I'm gonna be right on your ass. Don't think about it." He goes, "Okay, why?" I was like, "Just trust me." And he was scared the whole game until he actually figured out that I'm going to make a play for him if he just stay on my ass. I'll get him a kill. Well, then I just started feeding him. I said, all right, you're on your own. I'm going to go roam. Well, then he died. But anyway. Kantiel,
Yeah.
we go through every week, and we, out of the EU LCS, and we pick out a MVP of the week.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any of the LCS games?
The EU LCS or the
Yes. Either or, actually. I do
Well-
EU. I want to, I give props to those guys. But yeah,
Well-
either or.
I gotta give the most MVP for my taste is probably Reckless for what he did
Fnatic?
because of the perfect game he had as Vayne.
Nice. Yogi?
I got nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Yeah, Yogi's part's going to come here in a minute, guys. We're going to be talking about his one of his favorite games. So,
It seems like
well,
Doc has won
go ahead.
the
Talk?
EG Helios last night on the Nunu.
Yes, that's Doc. You gotta
Yeah.
pick a new player. I'm gonna stick with Fnatic, and I'm gonna actually go Yellow Star. And a lot of people really see supports as a role that you can be the best on the team. Yeah, because Kantiel can tell you, anybody that plays support can tell you that if you're a support and you're actually a serious support where you're gonna go ranked, you are the one making the plays, not your ADC. You can have a very aggressive ADC, but if your ADC is aggressive, you have to be aggressive too. No matter if you're playing somebody like Soraka or Alistar, you have to be aggressive if your ADC is being aggressive. Now, the ADC should know if you're playing somebody that's not an aggressive support that they should not be aggressive or as aggressive, but it's just all from what the players know, really. You just gotta, if you're gonna be a support, you are the man. You are the person that's gonna be making the plays, the hooks, the grabs, the stuns, the ults,
The slows,
the slows,
pushback.
the everything. You are the one that's gonna make that team win. Now, if your ADC is a dumbass, I'm sorry, but if he's not a dumbass and he actually listens or actually pays attention, you're gonna win as many ranked games as you want to, just because of your play.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Yellow Star because just some of the games that he was playing this past week, and actually in week 9, I want to say, when they won against Copenhagen Wolves and then they won against Gambit Gaming. Yes, they're the bottom 2 teams, but with the grabs that he played Thresh one of the games, or one of the teams, and then he played Morgana the other one. He was just on point with his skill shots. Every single skill shot he played with, it was on point. And I'm actually going to make sure what he was actually playing, so I don't want to lie to anybody. So Last Thursday. Okay, maybe not. But anyway, it's not. It doesn't tell me him. Yeah, it does. There it is. Yeah, Yellow Star was playing Thresh against the Copenhagen Wolves, and like I said, he came out 1-1 and 18, a really good support score, and just did it up. We'll get into that in little stuff later with Thresh when it comes up to the champion. But good props. My MVP is going to Yellow Star just because of his play. He's the soul of that bottom lane. I know Reckless is one of the best ADCs in the world, but Yellow Star's making the grabs, making the plays.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say that you can't do anything good if you don't have your support on your side that is same hyper and be active like your AD carry is. Your support is the biggest role of making the plays and getting the kills. Your support does snowball you as an AD carry. You're not carrying yourself.
EG.
God damn it, dog.
But yes, but yeah, it's all about what role you want to play, and if you're gonna play a role, just play it 100%. Don't try to do other shit while you're trying to play support. So, real quick recap of the last week's standings in the EU LCS. We have Alliance, which is still in first place, 16-6. Fnatic, which has come up to second, 15-7. Millennium has grown, actually moved up 2 spots to third with 12-10. Tied with Super Hot Crew at 12-10. SK Gaming and have actually moved down over the last week. They are now 11-11. Rockcat is 10-12. Copenhagen Wolves and Gambit Gaming are 7-15 and 5-17. So it's still actually. Am I even on the right week? Yes.
Yeah, that's good of you to make sure that you're on the correct week.
Yeah, I am on the right week. The one thing that Copenhagen Wolves is doing, they're coming out. If they can keep winning, they got 2 solid games this week that if they can win against Millennium, ouch, that's gonna hurt, and Alliance. Okay. Good luck to the Copenhagen Wolves. That's all I can say. They're coming up to the top 3 teams, one being the first place team. But anyway, we'll get right into it. Keep going with this the Sunday dose here. This is what we're gonna do. Yogi is gonna be the pilot of this endeavor, and we're actually gonna do a Dawngate crash course. This is a brand new game, guys. It is an alpha, beta. Which one?
It's been actually it's been out for like a year now. It's a beta right now.
It's a beta. Okay, yeah, it is a beta still, but it has been out for a while, and it's basically just Dawngate. If you guys haven't done it, I am gonna be switching some cameras around and actually switch the screen around while Yogi starts talking. So for those that are actually watching, you guys can see what it actually is. Go ahead, Yogi. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
I guess is that you're thinking about whether we can still fit in a game, you and I. 'Cause unfortunately, there's no spectator mode yet.
Well, no, later. We're just going to talk about the game. We'll do that at another time.
We'll do it another time. But so yeah, so it is a MOBA, and I know a lot of folks feel like, these MOBAs are all like cookie cutter. They just copy League of Legends and change a few things. And to a degree, I think that's a fair assessment. But on the other side, I don't think so much, because I would say Dawngate is a more accessible MOBA. Like, I've learned the hard way. Don't tell my friends to try out League of Legends, especially not on their own, because it's usually gonna leave a bad taste in their mouth, and they're gonna swear off all MOBAs. But Dawngate, people that I've introduced to League of Legends and they were terrible at it, or just didn't like the community, or just for whatever reason they swore it off. They tried out Dawngate and it's like, wow, this is different. I like it. It's a lot easier to get into, which is funny because Obi, you said that your experience has been completely opposite. But
have you not been in the games that I've been in?
Yeah, you just had some
super bad luck. Troll. Like every game, I played 3 games of this. All right, so far, And it's like every first time I went in there, it was with Yogi, and he's like, "Okay, you just want to do this. This is what's going on. This is some of the buttons. Blah blah blah. We're gonna let you play it, and then if you have any questions afterwards, we'll deal with it." Well, I come off and actually start playing, and this person is just being rude as hell. I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. And they're like, "Why are you still in my lane?" I was like, "Wait, this is the lane that I was told to go to. I called bottom lane, so I'm going here." Well, yeah, they got really pissed and just trolled. And basically, every time they were alive, they just ran straight into the enemy team. Really?
Yeah, she's
Trolling.
been. I saw her in another game earlier, not a girl, and I said, "Oh, hey, look, not a girl, the Dawngate most salty player." She's like, "I'm 10 times the player you are. I just have rage issues." Like, I think it's more than rage. And of course, she proceeded to start feeding. Like, she just walk up to you and stop moving, just stay there. I'm like, oh gosh. Now I want to give a little backdrop because I know some people by now have seen the Battleborn trailer that's been out for a couple of weeks or so. Actually, it's only been like a week now. But Battleborn is supposed to be the MOBA that's gonna bring the experience to the consoles, and it looks pretty neat. It's kind of like 3D, like Smite is. So that eliminates one of the issues that people have with MOBAs, which is the overhead view. Some people just don't like that. But back to Dawngate. I think this is a MOBA that's a lot more friendly and easier to pick up and play. It's a lot like League of Legends. I think it's more like League of Legends than it is Dota. And this is why, because a lot of the core mechanics are still there, but they've streamlined things. Like, for example, it's not all about feeding the ADC. You could win without an ADC. I know that's a thing in League of Legends, but people are so set in their ways on League of Legends that it's like you always play these positions and that's it. Whereas Dawngate, it's all about breaking the meta. If you want to do a 3-2 lane split, go for it. If you want to go have one person in one lane and two people in the bottom lane and then have two junglers, go for it. There's so many things you could do, and people usually don't freak out unless you get the people from League of Legends that are like, you gotta play this way and that's it. The game is actually, their tagline is break the meta. So
Yeah.
that's cool. So you can experiment a lot more, and there's a lot more ways you could win and take objectives and play the game. Jungle pathing, now that I've done it enough, I feel like it's a lot more simplified than League of Legends. Usually jungling is kind of a chore. Here, I actually enjoy it. Um, the interface is a lot cleaner. It's easy to understand the items. They have filters to find stuff. The items are, dude. The reason you don't think so is because you're already used to League of Legends items. But if you just pretend you didn't know all you know about League of Legends, you read League of Legends item descriptions, it's like reading a card from Magic the Gathering. There's so much flavor text and stuff going on. You're like, holy shit. In Dawngate, there's like maybe 3 or 4 lines of text to read, and it's very simplified. Like, it's color coded. It's really, at a glance, you can pretty much figure out what to get, and the pathing of each item. Because you start off with 6 item paths, and everything grows from that. So your starter items are either going to be life, power, hunger, will, resilience. Yeah, that's it. I'm probably missing one. And haste. So there's just 6 ones, and everything branches out from that, and they're pretty self-explanatory. Everything goes from that, and it gives you really good item suggestions. Obi's like, I don't know. I still have my reservations. Listen, it's true. It's a lot more streamlined. You're just used to League of Legends. That's why. The in-game guidance is great. It does need a tutorial. I do agree with that. The way they onboard new players, if they don't have a mobile background, it's brutal. But another thing that's nice too, that's in contrast to League of Legends, like you guys said that the supports are the playmakers. I agree. But if support is like the last person left or one of the last people left on the team, usually in League of Legends they're gonna die. In Dawngate, depending how you build and how you play, you could really outplay a fed player or a team, and carry or turn a battle around as a support or as a tank or whatever. So those are some of the key differences I've been noticing so far from when you compare Dawngate to like League of Legends or any other MOBA. It just feels like it's a lot more accessible and simplified MOBA experience.
Right. Well, and For those that are watching right now, you guys can see that I'm on actually the community beta for Dawngate. You guys can see it in the stream, but it's for those that are just listening. It is a game that if you know everything there is to know about Dota 2 or League of Legends, it is a little bit more difficult to grasp, but you just have to get your, excuse me, you just have to get your fingers around what champions do what. And once you get to know that, the Moya, which is a carry bruiser, you know for a fact that I love that champion. I played it twice out of the 3 times I played it, and I love it. He's like he's just. Hopefully, we'll be able to stream it soon to where we'll be able to play a bunch of different champions. But there's the champions are in here. I mean, they can't. It does tell you what they're made for. Like, the Moya could be a carry bruiser. It could be a jungler. It could be a solo laner. It could be it could go in with another lane. With a carry, with a ranged carry. To where there's different things. You don't have to get every minion kill to be able to get really good, get gold and get really good gear. You don't have to. It's not dependent like that on League of Legends. But there's a lot of things in the game that is weird to the first time user. So if you guys do play it, please do. We want you to. But if you do, don't give up on it. I'm not going to give up on it. We're going to try to play some. And of course, Kantiel, we'll try to get him in it if he'd like to try. But just to, don't give up on it, guys. It's still a newer. I mean, it's been out for a year, but it's still a newer game to where they're trying to push it now. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. They really started stepping it up recently because they actually discussed it at E3. Mm-hmm. So now that they've really gotten to show it off at E3 and get some buzz going about it, I think the community will grow. But it's still pretty like a tightly knit community. Whereas you see like over 1,000 different channels on Twitch streaming League of Legends, there might be a handful of people streaming Dawngate. So that that's cool if you want to start building an audience that way. And also in the game itself, you'll notice a lot of the same people. There'll be a lot of different faces too, but a lot of the same people you'll run into them a lot. Like it's funny, like I've run into people on my friends list just queuing up and joining a pub, and I'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like we didn't group up, but we ended up being on the same team. So it's kind of neat how that works out.
Right. Kantiel, what do you think so far? This something you might want to try?
I'm not sure. MOBAs in general, like there's only a few games that caught my eyes. Like League of Legends caught my eyes for ages ago. I'm kind of hard to get into the games. Like someone I know is trying to get me back into WoW. Some people.
That's evil.
Yeah.
Say that. And getting into MMORPG, you need the time for that. That's a commitment. See, this is the kind of game you could pick up and play. That's what I like about it. League of Legends, there's a lot of stuff. If you're coming into it fresh, there's a lot of stuff you got to learn. A lot of nuances and subtleties. Even if you just focus on one champion and get really good with that one champion, it's still really rough. And on top of that, you got to listen to people that are saying, you're building that wrong, or you're playing wrong, or you're new, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, there's bot games, but you still get that in the bot games, too. You get people that play only bot games, but they've been playing League of Legends for years, and they're like, noob. It's like, what are you doing in the bot game? Why aren't you in the pub? I just don't get it. Some people are just funny. Sub Thomas in the chat. But Doc said that jungling, is not a chore. To some people, it could feel like a chore if it's not what you like to do. If you're the person that ends up being a jungler because no one else wants to do it, then it's kind of like, okay, I'll go get this creep camp and then this one. Here, what I've noticed with Dawngate is like, there's very few junglers that I've seen in League of Legends that have a lot of early opportunities. I'm talking about early as in like you're level 1 or 2. Like you usually gotta wait till you like hit level 3 at least. For some, you have to wait till you get your ult to really be able to gank effectively. Mm-hmm. Right? And Obi was talking about how there's some junglers that spend a lot of time in the jungle camps and they counter jungle, ward, stuff like that, right? Where there's other junglers where they got to focus more on ganking lanes, and that's their main function. Like you said, you were saying Rengar is a good example of that, right?
Well, Rengar can actually just gank whenever he wants to. I was
Yeah.
talking like more of a Lee Sin, to where Lee Sin has to have that early pressure in lane,
Yeah.
in any lane really, but it has to have that early pressure because he has to be a part of kills. Because Lee Sin is not a, I mean, he's a farmer, but he's not a huge farmer.
Yeah.
Lee Sin is not a big farmer. The only thing he farms is actually kills. Let's say it like that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he farms.
But he's kind of like the exception. Like, there's not a lot of junglers from what I've seen from other people playing and just the games I've played on League of Legends. There's not a lot of junglers that really put that pressure early on, unless the opportunity just happens to fall into their lap, and it's kind of like, just help me out a little bit here. But that's very rare. Where in Dawngate, if you play it smart and let kind of keep pinging here and there to let your teammates know where you're at and be aware that you're nearby, they might ping back, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I see an opportunity. While you're farming, you might notice that the lane's getting pushed up really far, and you're like, this is a good chance for me to come up from behind them and help out. So let me ping, let them know I'm coming, and boom, and like by level 2 or 3, sometimes you could be getting some early kills, and it's just great. It's a lot faster paced in that manner, and I actually like jungling. Like, I don't mind when no one else wants to jungle. I'll go into the game. I'll be like, hey, everybody, how's it going? Let's win this game. All right, who wants to jungle? And it's like, not me, not me, not me, not it. And I'm like, fine, I'll jungle. And I'm actually not mad about it because it's fun. And League of Legends kind of like, okay, I guess I can. For me personally. But another thing that I think makes it a lot more, I'm gonna stop saying accessible, user friendly, easy to pick up, let's say, is the way they have the roles lined up. Like, one of the biggest issues with League of Legends is, and just any MOBA really, is like when people are, going to a public match, you have the people that auto pick, auto lock, right? And there's no real discussion sometimes about what roles there are, or there's this debate. I called it first, so I get priority. No, it's pick order, and everybody would get into a pissing contest about that, right? Here, everybody clicks on their roles. There's 4 roles. You click on your preferred roles, and then before no one can lock in until everybody picks their champion, and then you see what everybody picked, and then you can kind of go back and change your role up. So it's a lot smarter. So, because if you have a douchebag that insists that he's got to be the ADC, or he's got to be the jungler or whatever, that I'm gonna auto lock. Fine. Well, now I picked this character, but fortunately I can still change my role up and still be useful, because the roles in the game, they give you bonuses and change up how you play a little bit. And every shaper in the game, which is their equivalent of champions, they're kind of versatile enough where they can take on different roles. This is obviously preferred picks, like in any MOBA. You don't want to play a squishy character as a tank. That's obviously not a smart move, but if you want to, go for it. But you have 4 roles, and Obi and I have talked about this over and over again, but it's such a key factor of the game. You got your Predator, your Gladiator, your Tactician, and your Hunter. And you still have your traditional MOBA roles like jungler, ADC, APC, whatever, support. But these roles, what they do is they change your buffs and the bonuses you get, the kind of gold you get, and how you basically play within whatever archetype or shaper you're using. So, for example, if you're a Predator, you're gonna be focusing on being really aggressive and trying to get as many kills as you can, and people should try to feed you the kills. People typically don't go Predator in the game because it's more team-oriented, so they go Gladiator, which is similar to a Predator, but you focus more on pushing lanes and getting the minion kills. Tacticians, they help out whatever way they can. They usually support, and they get gold from just helping out, being in the area when something happens, or getting the damage on the shaper or minions. So they don't fall behind because there's a natural bonus to their gold generation, which in Dawngate they call Vim. And then a Hunter is pretty self-explanatory. That's your jungler. He gets bonuses for taking objectives like shrines, which give you an increased Vim generation, and he also gets bonuses against jungle camps. And those 4 roles change the way the dynamic of the game so much, and it creates an expectation right off the bat. you know how the person has to play. If they want to get their Vim, if they want to do well, they have to play within that role. So they really can't go outside of the box. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they do something douchey like take your kill and then they get reduced gold for it, it's like what's the point? They would, for example, as a tactician, you get the same amount of Vim as you would for a kill as you do for an assist. So why are you gonna take the kill? You know, someone might still do it, but then they realize they're hurting themselves. So it makes it a lot more team oriented. Are we selling you on this yet, Kantiel?
Not really. I'm actually
You
getting
should try.
bored.
The Dawngate.
You should try it with us,
opens.
man. You should try it with us.
Uh,
It doesn't have to replace League of Legends. It could be something we could play together that's not League of Legends.
maybe.
Oh man. Wow.
My viewers
I
are
mean-
getting bored of me sitting here.
Oh, you can stay as long as you want, man.
I'm gonna head off then. I'm gonna play some
30
ranked.
seconds until
Alright, brother.
minions spawn.
Oh,
All right.
Thanks for coming. I really appreciate the conversation, League, and we'll see you.
the
See you
league,
next
the
time you
league
show
ADD, the league ADD kicked in. He's like, I gotta play League of
Gotta
Legends.
play League. Gotta play League. Gotta play League.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
let's
get
talk
myself out of Silver 3. Gonna get into Silver 2 and Silver 1 and then gold before the season ends.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man. It's Victoria's skin.
definitely. All right, what we're gonna do is,
Minions have spawned.
Doc, what do you, or not Doc, Yogi, what else do we have to show or to talk about here with Dawngate before we get into the gameplay aspect of it?
Well, just you know, you said Moya is one of your favorites.
Mhm.
I think Moya is a good one to start off with if you can get him, or if he's on rotation, or you just buy him because he's got the mobility, he's got really nice bursts, and he's got the sustain. I mean, he's got a little bit of everything in this kit, you know. And if you happen to be like a lot of mobile players that don't really know what they're doing, you know, especially newbies, you overextend. He's got his Q. He can dash away, and he, again, that mobility gives him a lot of opportunities. Another one that's similar to Moya is Dibs. He's more of a support, not as heavy on damage, but he could put out his damage too if you build him in a certain way. So that's a good one to recommend. Kindra, if you're like an assassin type that is just a really good duelist, one-on-one, she'll win pretty much any battle. Kindra's amazing, dude. I don't know if you tried her yet, but as a jungler or even in lane, she could teleport in, kind of like Katarina does in League of Legends, and then she's kind of like Katarina, kind of mixed in with a little bit of a Kali, you know, to give you a frame reference, and the burst damage she does is crazy, dude, because she goes basically, you do your E, you teleport in, then you do your W to slow him down in case you started running away right away, and then you do your Q to heal, and the Q is an AoE effect, and everything it hits, the more targets you hit, the more you get healed. So she's got crazy sustain. Really fun character to play with. If you prefer more support, Desecrator's nice because he's got a lot of CC. Mara, Viana, if you like to be like a healer, that's really tanky. She's got a bit of CC as well. Reyna is basically a female Braum, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at it.
Dude, she's pretty. Like, she kind of reminds me of Leona mixed with Braum. She's pretty sweet. So, you know, the similarities are there, but it's still unique enough that it's worth checking out. You know, like I still love League of Legends. I'm not abandoning League of Legends. It's just nice to be able to get on the ground level of a game that still hasn't gotten that much word out. You know, and be part of the community as it grows. I think it's worth checking out right now. You know, they got enough polish on it. They've been cleaning up a lot of the things, tweaking things. They just released a new champion, Basco, which is freaking OP as hell. It's got a good direction. I mean, I know there's lots of like tons of MOBAs out there, but this one's unique. Definitely gonna carve out its own little niche.
Definitely. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, and like I said, it's the only thing you can do is try it. I mean, if you that's the only thing we ask. I mean, just give it a try. If you do like it, definitely we'll play. We'll play some. If you don't like it, it's not nothing that you have to apologize for or anything like that. It's you don't like it, you don't like it. That's how it is. Really?
Yeah, it's funny. I really felt like more people. By the way, shout out to Turtle Maw in the chat. But I really thought that the League of Legends player would be a little more receptive to it, considering that it's so similar. They basically took all the good things of League of Legends and then pulled out all the bad parts. That's the way I feel. But people are like, no, I'll stick to League of Legends.
Yeah.
Especially for streamers. Like I try to explain to streamers, like you got to think about it. Like, yeah, League of Legends is great and it's really popular, but it's also very saturated. If you're creating content for League of Legends, it's really hard for you to build an audience just on that alone. Don't stop playing League of Legends or streaming League of Legends, but you got to find something more niche to build that audience because you look at League of Legends on Twitch at any given time, there's at least 1,200 or at least 1,000 channels going on. Unless it's very early in the day, you may
Yeah.
have 900, and it's still a lot. It's usually 3 to 4 times the amount of streamers than on any other game, hands down.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if you guys, like I said, you guys do want to try it, you guys can. What we are going to do right now is you guys can't see right here if you guys are watching live. I'm actually in Dawngate, right there. Intro
Oh, we gotta do
screen.
it?
This is something that you guys, yeah, we're going to go in and talk a little bit about the game itself. Maybe some gameplay at the end. But this is basically, this is it right here, guys. Just what you're going to see when you download it. It's totally free. You don't have to worry about that. And then you'll see at the top, basically, you know, of course, you know, the top streamer playing Dawngate right now, which is right now is the Blue Moosey on Twitch.tv. You guys go check him out. You guys can go check any streamer out just to try to learn a little bit. There's lore pages to where you guys can go and check out what actually the game is about, what it's actually made after. There's a whole bunch of different links to where you guys can read. If you love to read, this is something that you can do that will help. There are quite a few YouTube videos out there right now of gameplay of the actual lure to of this game. So I mean, all you gotta do is look it out youtube.com /Dawngate videos or Dawngate lore. It'll come up. But when you come in here, you're gonna have little buttons, you know, the collection, loadouts, leaderboards, lure, and then the profile, and then a couple of color things that you can actually change your stuff on. Now your collection is basically collection is what champions you have. I just started the game, so I don't have any. But whatever champions you want to see the free rotations. There is a filter system that they have. It's a very extensive filter system that they have where you can find what champions you're really going to want to play. Now, like Yogi said, there are certain roles that are, you know, that they have that are called. Okay, an ADC is not necessarily, it's not carry, it's not ADC. It's a ranged carry. You have a backline support, which is a support champion. You have a control mage, which is kind of like what would be like
But you know, something they could put out some damage too. So
right.
yeah.
And then you have like the assassin, which is a shaper. Is basically that's going to be a jungler. You know, a backline support, ranged carry, ability bruiser, burst mage, which is going to be another thing to where you're going to have a bunch of burst. You're going to have tank champions or tank shapers, as well as like carry bruisers. So there's a whole bunch of different, and damage types are, you know, physical magic. The attack ranges are. Wait, sorry, my bad. Different play styles, of course. There's damagers, disablers, durables, basically the tanks, such as Kel here, which is a tank champion. You guys saw me was playing on him a few seconds ago. And then you're going to have initiators, which are more likely going to be, you know, kind of like the tanks type stuff. A mobile champion, the recommended champions, sustain and utility play styles. So there's a whole bunch of different play styles that you can play. And there's really not much I can say anything about much of the collection because I really don't have one. So anytime you do see the champion, no matter what it is, and it has this blue circle with like looks like a lightning bolt in the middle or a refresh, you know, like a refresh icon, those are the free to play champions of the week. It's the free rotation is what it's called. So loadout is something different. Of course, when you're in League of Legends and you have runes and masteries, it's the same thing here, but you have sparks and spirit stones. Correct, Yogi?
Yep.
Okay. Your spirit stones are just like this, guys. I have a clear loadout page. Okay, and masteries, or I'm sorry, runes is basically loadouts. Sparks are actually the runes themselves. So it's basically like a spark page if you want to think things that you can do. Now with this one right here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna see on the side right here, you're gonna see like I have right here duelist and it says 1. So I have one of those. I have 2 1.2 haste and 1.2 power. So I have in there, they're in different shapes. Now what you would do is you would actually just pull and drag over to this right here. Okay, and actually there's the shape. Now you see I have some room left, but if you guys see the circles right here, these are different colors so that each of these sparks can go in, like a green, this green one for the duelist, you're gonna want to put only green in it because it's not gonna have the basically like a socket bonus. Okay, if you guys play like WoW or anything like that. So I'm gonna put say the power in there. Now this one has a green, red, and blue. So I can put blue, red, or green. So I don't have to choose. I mean, I can have a whole bunch of power, or I can have some health or some haste. And of course, everything in this game, if you want to go do anything faster, you gotta have haste. Haste is a big part. It gives you movement speed. It gives you attack speed. It gives you everything is haste. If the faster you want to go, basically. Now, don't take a whole bunch of haste and have no health or have no power to where you're faster than shit, but you get one shot at every time you show up. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. So,
and if you're gonna focus on haste, you want the damage penetration at least, because your damage will be mitigated by all the armor or whatever.
So you guys see right there, I put everything in. To where now I have a unique passive, and then I have an extra 3% bonus magic damage, which is really pretty nice, actually, if you think about it. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. So then when you go back to and you want to fill the rest of your loadout page out, you're going to look for what you actually want. These runes are, these sparks are not right by any means right now. I just put a whole bunch in. Now, if I'm going to be able to be building a tankier loadout, I'm going to want to go, armor and health. I'm going to want that. If I'm going to be building say I want armor and health, and then I want to keep armor, and I want maybe some magic resist. I can't do that, but we'll just do this. We'll just put some power and some more haste in there. So I got a crap ton of haste, crap ton of power, and some health and some armor. So I'm going to live a little bit, but I'm going to do quite a bit of damage.
Now, there's a couple of things that are very important to note in there. And one I just realized recently, I kept waiting like a dummy for spirit stones that were in the right configuration so I could fit them together. And I was like, wait a minute, it's got to be a way you could rotate them. So I was like, let me try wheel mouse. And you can rotate the pieces around, sure enough.
Left click, too.
Or left click, yeah.
If you hold it, you can...
Yep. So either way works, but that's important to note because you want to maximize as much space as you can. Now, with the spirit stones that have passive buffs, like Obi was saying, you have to get all the sparks into the sockets before those bonuses activate. That's another thing to know. And another thing that I look at is a lot of times you have the ones that do plus, and it's plus whatever, and it's a straight bonus, but it doesn't scale very well. So I tend to go for the percentage bonuses because then that enhances the build that you go for in that game, and it's a lot more versatile. Like I'd rather have plus 1% than plus 4, because that 1% will scale late game, whereas the plus 4 is only good for that early advantage. But again, it depends on your playstyle. If you want to be aggro, that plus 4 might give you a slight edge enough so that you can start killing right off the bat. But late game, it won't really mean much.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, you guys kind of see what it is. Oh, crap.
Dope.
I didn't mean to do that. You guys do see right here, I do have a dueling. The one I do use for like an 80 carry page. And I know it's not an 80 carry, but a ranged carry or a bruiser carry bruiser. This is the page I use. Actually, this is just for the ranged carry, but it's basically giving me some haste. So I have basically 4 haste, 4 power, and a couple health just so I don't get one-shotted. but the more gear your gear is going to come, or the rest of your stats are going to come with the gear that you're going to get very quickly. The gear this set up the way, it's not really, it's hard to understand sometimes, but we're going to get into a custom game here in a second and actually show you guys what's going on. Of course, you guys can look at, if you guys are going to be like huge, like ranked players or anything like that, you guys can look at leaderboards. And of course, usually the top 10 people, they all stream, so they all play it quite a bit. There are a couple dual accounts, actually one person with 3 accounts up in the top 10, but it's just, it's a new game. It's something that I'm actually going to try. Yogi's been pounding on me kind of to get on it, and we've been playing a little bit, and yeah, it could be fun. So what we're going to do real quick is I'm going to start a custom game and create right. Okay.
I see his game.
And we're gonna have Yogi come in here, and Yogi is 40. He's level 40. I'm level 1. So, yeah.
Those are actually the wins.
Oh, wins. Okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really, the levels I don't think really matter anyway. It's really good to where you don't have to be level 30 to win anything, or you have the same thing everybody else does. You just don't have the shapers. So.
Yeah, they actually don't have. That's what's cool about it. They don't have any kind of leveling up, so you have the full access to everything right off the bat. The only thing that's different is that you might have better drops, because if you get karma, which is their equivalent of honor, then if you get the highest level based on your performance in the game, how long it lasted, and how much karma you get divine, and you can actually get champions that way, shapers that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty neat.
What we're gonna do is we're just gonna start this, and it's just a 1v1. He's not gonna go hard on me. I don't really know what I'm doing, like you guys wouldn't. But we're just gonna pick the champion that I like to play. He already knows it, so it's not like it's gonna be a secret. And we're just gonna go off and do it. Now you guys can do all your anything that you can do in League of Legends or Dota. You can change key bindings. You can change it however you want to, but it is set up Q, W, E, and R. And there are no alts. I mean, they're alts, but there's the summoners are they're like summoner spells, but they're like passive spells. We'll get into it when we actually start the game. I am gonna pick the Moya, which is a he could be a jungler, he could be a gladiator, or even a predator. And I'm just gonna pick the hunter just because this is what I've done before.
What? You've never seen a kit with an
You're the jungle in a 1v1?
What? No, I'm not picking hunter. I'm picking the gladiator. I'm going lane.
All right.
So this is what it looks like when we have 25 seconds. Yo get all his stuff set up, and of course he's probably gonna smoke my ass because he's got sparks and all that good crap to deal with. That I have to deal with and not die.
I have to say that in League of Legends, I think the rune pages are mostly a joke because the bonuses are so slight. They're not worth the money sometimes to me if you're just starting off. But here,
The Dawngate opens.
Sparks and the Spirit Stones really do make a difference. It's kind of bad. All right. I've never done a 1v1 in this, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, it's not gonna be nothing serious. It's just we're
just demonstrating.
Yeah, what he said.
But by the way, now this is for new Dawngate players and established Dawngate players that may not know this, because it seems like people are not aware of this. Press F to drop your ward. It's free. You can't buy. That's another difference between
spawned.
this and League of Legends. You don't buy wards. You get them, and you get one, and it's on cooldown. So, it's good and it's bad. But basically, no one has an excuse not to ward.
People still don't do it though.
That's because those people are poopy butts.
All right, I think I got it now. All right, there's the whole game.
Swimming's faster.
All right, it is. You guys do start. It's right here, the Lel. It does give you a starting items on what what you think you should go. I would suggest just doing that until you can actually read up a little bit on it, to where you guys don't just die. I mean, there's different things you guys can read it. I know it's a little bit slow right now, but I got a few things open. But if you guys can see the map down here,
why I gotta walk all over?
it is basically 2 giant lanes and then like a middle lane in the middle. Hey, yo, don't do nothing yet. I'm gonna. You're already farming up, fool. What the hell?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, this is right here is kind of like the middle guys. So basically, there's 3 camps right here on my side, which is gonna be easy for a jungler. And then you come over here, down to the bottom, which is gonna be your first tower. You suck.
Waiting in. Getting it done. Whoop.
I left.
Going.
I'm hanging out with the jungle creeps.
Alright. I don't want anything to push yet.
Moving.
Okay, one. Alright. They will stay just like that. Okay, where are you at? Go into the middle. Alright, right here in the middle, guys, we're actually going to show you. Right here is the one of the bosses. It's kind of like Baron Nashor. And basically, it's right in the middle of the map. Where you at, Yog? I'm going to gank my ass or something?
No, I'm not getting you.
Come to the middle.
What? I'm scared. You might try to kill me.
I'm not going to kill you, dude. You're already level 3, aren't you?
Don't troll me.
I'm not going to troll you.
Report Obi.
And as you guys look at this right here, with this, when you zoom in, your camera actually pans down. You can actually see more to where you could play like this if you wanted to, but it'd be really hard. Then you zoom all the way up, and then it's more of an over top view. Where you at, yo?
They should have made it so that it's more like, if you do that, it'd be more like Smite, and then the camera moves up a little more, and behind the back. That could work, but you can't see in front of you. Like, it looks cool, but...
Alright, this is where Yogi's at, and this is how it looks, okay, guys? Well,
yeah,
I'll do that.
I'll dance for you.
This is basically, you have, the red bar, the yellow bar, basically for you would be green and red or whatever it is. He's probably got yellow and I got red. So, but this is basically the middle where you would fight for the big bosses. If you come down here, we're just going to run together, man. Just don't get near the tower.
Why I gotta walk?
Let me show you my tower. Oh my gosh, you're pushing the crap out of my lane.
I'm not.
Yes. Look. They're killing me.
What are you talking about?
Right.
They were right on my binding.
Let's misbehave.
Man, I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, they call them binding, not turrets or towers. Hey, get away!
Moving. Let's go.
Stop pushing it! What the hell? I'm being trolled live on the show. Stop it! You told me not to push it.
I'm not pushing it.
Swimming's faster.
I don't want you to push it.
Oh, but you can? That's a double standard.
Well,
Let me go ninja. Yeah. Are we playing now? Or are they gonna show some more stuff? I think they're gonna do a little tour.
all right, kill the first 3. Kill the first 2 right there. Kill those 2 right there. That's it. Just one.
Trudge.
All right.
I was hungry.
As soon as it actually kill them all.
Let's go.
Just kill the 3. Just the 3. All right. Now they should. Yeah. Now we're good. Okay. All right. On the bottom of the map and the top of the map, there's little areas that like this right here. You guys can see that this is all jungle pathing. It's a really open. There's actually jungle camps right here, and then right here where you guys see these little guys actually farming up stuff. Yogi's gonna come over here and actually get on this thing, and we'll show you what it does. Are you high enough level to get on this thing?
Oh, you're on the shrine.
Yeah, the
well.
bottom, yeah.
Spirit well.
So now
yeah,
as you guys,
It's not ready yet
Oh, it's
because
not
you gotta
ready
wait
yet,
for
okay.
that.
But if
that
you guys see
whole
the
white line.
yeah, if you guys see the white line that's going across, and you guys see it going down. I actually control this,
gotta walk
and then
all
once
over.
that line is done,
This do
yeah,
anything for
once
you?
that line is done, it will actually be able to take it.
Let's patch
What the hell? This is why people do not do podcasts and game at the same time.
All right, but
Trudge,
we are
trudge.
gonna play a little bit, guys. You guys just enjoy. He's got an assassin player, which is very, very bad against this. My little
Folks died too.
jungler here.
I'll do it.
Why are you fighting me? What the hell?
The one thing I didn't say is at the top right here, you guys can have we have a passive. The passive is for anything. Just read them. There's like I took the passive, and I'll tell him, but I took the passive. It's a shield, and it's called deflect. Basically, if he wants to dive my tower, I could hit my deflect, and basically,
Getting it done.
oh man,
Well, it's your
Terrible.
active ability. Your passive is the little thing in the upper left hand corner.
yeah, no, the active is my level 1.
That's what it takes.
Basically, like your summoner spell in League of Legends,
Let's patch up.
but you get 3 of them
I
here.
gotta walk all over.
OP yo.
Naya do. My feet hurt. Huh. Take your stuff.
I like how you hit people with the eel.
And that shield just saved my life.
Need to check on stuff.
So just to go back, basically, don't push it super hard though, man. Just basically just go back. You just hit B just like you would any other League of Legends, and actually I think Dota. And then this is what he was talking about. You see the pathing. I did start the resilience. So what it's gonna path into, which is I believe it's gonna be, yes, the adamants, I think it's called. It's going to give me power and armor, which is going to give me a little bit more boost to deal with his shenanigans that he's doing. Now, in this game, guys, there are no boots. So, basically, you don't need boots to go faster. The more haste you have, there you go.
My feet hurt.
Which I like. It means you don't have to like waste a slot for boots. Because in League of Legends, sometimes you just decide to just go barefoot. And then it's just kind of funny. It's like, I need that 6-item slot. Now, the jungle camps, they're pretty easy to find.
Sorry about that. Somebody's at my door.
Yeah, it happens.
That's not
But I was talking about the jungle camps. They're pretty much in the middle, in the center of the map, to the left and the right.
Naya do.
And then in the upper left-hand corner and upper and lower right-hand corner, and pretty much in those areas. So it's pretty easy to pick up. It's very symmetrical, so you
I
know.
gotta walk all over. All them little folks.
I mean, that's the way it is usually in any of these types of games.
Right. Okay. Well, as you're farming, though, guys, you'll see that I did get level 6, but I didn't take my ult right away. That was because I was dumb. Now, this guy right here in the middle, what I was talking about earlier, is he does spawn, and you guys can see that he's 6,200 health, which when I only have 1,000, you know he's gonna beat my ass. So you don't really want to go up. But you guys can see that all the jungle paths. Oh boy.
Right.
Let me go up there. All the jungle paths are actually,
That'll keep them off us.
you know, they're all wide out. They're all open. I got the hiccups like crazy.
My feet hurt.
Yeah.
Let's patch up.
The clicking is real.
Hold
It is,
on.
isn't it? I know you like it.
Also, fun fact: Control Shift equals will make you dance, which is that's probably the most important aspect of this game, to hone your dancing skills. Once you get that, yeah, you're unstoppable. So, just want to make sure people are aware of that.
Wait, one. Hold on.
While Obi concentrates really hard.
I am. I'm trying to take your tower.
Yeah, I see that. You're like, oh, yeah, don't push it that hard.
Enemy binding has been destroyed.
An ally binding has been destroyed.
Oh
Son
no,
of-
that means he's probably gonna go to the bottom of mine. As you guys see, though,
Swimming's faster.
it's basically just like it. I mean, you need the last hit for gold. You need to, do whatever else you need to do for,
Let's misbehave.
trying to get the minions and making sure you can farm on tower and, there's a whole bunch of things that you can do. That if you do it right, you can excel in this game. You can
If
play
that's
right.
what it takes.
Like I said, me and Yogi, I am gonna start playing a little bit more with him, and if I can
Right.
get the champion that I
Getting
want,
it done.
I'll be able to play, because I play this guy all the time. I'd like to. So it's just, if you guys do have any questions in chat, we will answer those as best of to our ability. If you guys want to play, let us know, and we'll actually start another game, and we'll actually play with you guys.
May
Yeah.
do.
We'll probably take a quick break after the show, and then we'll jam on, do some viewer games.
Why I gotta walk all over?
You can see my name, the real Yogizilla. Cause I have another Origin account, but I didn't feel like going through the whole password recovery crap or whatever.
Trudge, trudge.
Let's spare me
John
one.
Sixtra. What are you talking about?
All them little folks.
Who knows?
My feet hurt.
I don't know either.
Your binding is under attack.
Go!
The troll is real.
It is real.
You better back up from my tower, Theo.
Going.
Oh, hey,
Moving.
stop it. Stop it.
Go!
Your binding is under attack.
Taking your stuff.
Yeah, that one.
An enemy binding has been
Oh
destroyed.
no.
Let's catch up.
This is like a base race, guys. This is all it
Your
is.
binding is under attack.
This is a little bit of what
Binding has been destroyed.
what Dawngate is. It's really like League. I don't know why people don't think it is. It is like League, but I kind of think it's like Dota in the aspect that you actually can walk a lot more places. So,
Yeah, there's a lot more
I don't know if
places.
we're gonna play a full game, but
Swimming's faster.
with this, well, we can, but after the stream, I don't know, or we can keep streaming it, but after the show, get talked about. But basically, this is the Nexus guys, right here. You guys do see that there's like a big, like an elemental, and around the side, you guys see all the little portals, or the little. I can't think about what they're called, but the little stations at the end. Now the three
Nodes.
yeah, the three at the top
Trudge,
are
trudge.
for something. Like this one is for magic damage, this one's for healing, and then this one is for I don't really know. But you have to kill the
Right.
nodes before you can actually get to the boss. Or which is our Nexus. Or my Nexus. What's it called in here?
Going.
I think they just call it a Guardian. Yeah, the Guardian.
Going.
It's kind of like Smite's kind of similar, except the Guardian and Smite is kind of a pushover. You just sneeze on him and he dies. It's like, okay, sure.
Swimming's faster. Got to keep going.
We're gonna play a few more minutes, guys. Show you a little bit about, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go through the jungle and kind of show you guys what the
Why I
jungle
gotta
is.
walk all over?
I'm higher level, so. But now, if you guys look at the platforms, like my platform and Yogi's platform, they are now active.
Feet hurt.
Where I will show you what happens when I basically go and take Yogi's platform up in the top corner. More than likely their jungler will be there, but I would get on this
Let's
and actually just start, I could kill all these little minions, but all I have to do is,
going.
I,
Drop back.
Oh,
Can't do it.
didn't just let me show something.
no, because you took my binding. I'm salty about that.
Get over it.
We'll get you.
Trudge.
We'll get you, Opie.
No, you're not.
And your little eel
I
too.
guarantee you're not gonna get me.
Oh yeah, you gonna do the jukes?
I've already
I gotta
juked you,
walk
man.
all over.
I've already juked you.
Just keep an eye
Oh,
out.
okay.
Oh fuck.
My feet hurt.
I let you live.
No, you didn't, dude. You tried to get me.
Right.
I'm scared now.
Nay, likely. Taking your stuff.
Eee. These are delicious creeps.
But anyway, that is a little bit of Dawngate, guys. I'm sure we're gonna play here. Actually, we still got like a half hour if we wanted to stretch it, but I don't think people want to watch us just 1v1 each other.
Well, we can keep talking. The witty banter is OP.
When he banners OP, yeah. I don't have.
But, you know-
see, you picked a champion that
Go.
freaking basically counters my ass and beats my ass into the ground. So yeah, screw you.
You could counter build.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm doing, man. Shut up.
Like
Okay,
my
I'm gonna
girl
counter
is-
build, guys, but I have no
Why I
freaking
gotta
clue what I'm
walk
doing.
all over?
My girl is all burst. You know, her basic attack's not so much. So if you get the magic resist, you know,
Right.
she's not as effective. You know, and some CC. So that's what I like about it. I mean, I think with League of Legends, even in League of Legends, you know, even if you pick a hard counter, it doesn't mean anything. But it still helps,
If that's
you know,
what it
if you pick counter pick. But
Trudge,
still,
trudge.
like, someone picks a OP character. Like right now, Basco, he's brand new, and he's pretty ridiculous. Cause Basco gets this weird thing where he oh really?
Moving.
Oh, you in the tower. I'm trying to make a point here, and you just try to pile drive me like this is WWE, you know? Freaking take me up into the sky. See, that's what's good about Moya. He takes a whole player out of the battle
Swimming's
for what feels like
faster.
forever. So if he focuses their damage dealer, like the ADC, he's out of the battle for like a whole 2-3 seconds with his ult. Pretty darn useful if you ask me. But yeah, Basco right now he's like one of the most OP champions because you know, of course,
Go.
he was just released, so you know, fine, be like that, be like that, OP. But you know, like what the thing that makes him so freaking crazy is that his passive, or one of his abilities, I think it's his passive actually, allows him to stack. No, actually, I think it might be his Q, but it doesn't matter. He has this thing where I haven't played him that much, obviously, but I played against him enough. He has this thing where his whatever's the most stacked stat that he has,
Well, no.
he increases that further. Oh, that's what it is. His passive when he goes low on health, whatever stat you like stack the most of, that's what he buffs up. So let's say you go all power or all you go heavy on the armor, and you go against a team of all physical damage dealers, right? Now, when he's low on health, suddenly you don't do much to him because your armor is that much stronger. And if people focus Basco, like silly sots that they are, he's like laughing, and meanwhile the rest of the team's doing damage. So Basco's probably one of the last people you want to focus because he has some crazy sustain just by default. But then people build him to be tanky and still do damage, and it's pretty annoying.
Right.
He's gonna be nerfed.
As you guys see, I'm just trying to farm up a little bit. I know this is not a huge, like a perfect game because we were running around for a while. But basically, you just want to farm just like you would in League or Dota. You just want to find out where your camps are that you want to farm, especially if you're going to be in jungle.
Fishy.
If you're going to be, in lane, make sure that you have everything, like you want it. I'm not even making that sense. And the reason I'm not doing like an enormous amount of damage to these jungle creeps is because I'm not a hunter. I'm an actual gladiator for this one because of the lane. So.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Yeah, and I think usually,
Let's misbehave.
I think usually it's better to go gladiator unless you know that your team's gonna set you up with
Your
lots of
spirit
kills.
well is under
Predator
attack.
isn't really worth it.
Oh.
The enemy captured your spirit well.
Oh, read. Coming to you.
If that's what it takes.
That's right. I went right through your blinding. I don't care.
Your team has captured a spirit well.
Swimming's faster.
Too strong. Too strong.
So it's basically a lot of things that you can do. You can counter what's going on. Like I know he's right there, so I'm not gonna stay up top because he's gonna whip my ass. So I'm gonna try to run away, go farm somewhere else. My bottom's pushed, which my top's pushed now too. So I can pretty much do anything I want. But he can still kill me if he catches me. If he catches me, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, Moya, you sneaky little cat. By the way, Moya is a girl apparently. I was like, what? How is she a girl?
Waiting in. I'll take that. Torch charge.
Really, Obi?
Nope.
Oh! Come here, bitch!
I think you enjoy that too much.
Can't do it.
You got... Oh, you
Your
son
team
of
has been annihilated.
a... I don't like you.
You had me low and it gave you a little bit of hope down. Like, nope, the burst.
Well, I was trying to... I have deflect and drain. Well, if I would have used deflect back over here, but I took too much tower damage. I took 2 shots of tower damage. Well, it really didn't help. But...
It was pretty cool battle, though.
I mean, it's really fun, guys. I mean, it's to me, I'm liking it more and more. But it just depends on what you guys want to do. It just depends on if you like to play it. If you want to try it, try it. It is a really good game, something that you can play. Now the levels go up to 18, right?
No, 20.
Or are they 20? So you get, so basically you get 5 points in each spell, and then of course you have
Your binding is under attack.
Really
Your binding has been destroyed.
fast.
Now we're even. Hey, you took out 2 of mine, so I'll take out 2 of yours.
If that's what it takes.
Get some good farm
I
now.
gotta walk all over.
There's another thing too. The farm isn't as big here. You know, I've seen people that fell really behind on the farm and they come out on top. You know, because you could play it smart.
Mhm.
It takes out a lot of the annoying things in MOBAs. It makes it a lot more fun and less of a chore.
Right.
I really feel that. I feel that's true. I feel it in my heart, Obi. I feel it in my heart. Obi's concentrating now. He's trying to pretend we're just doing it like a tutorial, but like, yeah, I'm focused. I'm gonna get that turret. I'm gonna get that binding. It's gonna be mine. I'm gonna make it my jail wife.
Going.
No, Obi, no! Don't do it, Obi!
Just keep
Obi,
an eye out.
where you going? Ah, okay, Obi. You're making my turret sad.
Right. Here, fishies.
Yeah. Also, be careful when you go over. Try to catch someone's well. You know, vision wards is so important. People don't ward when they do the parasite, the boss in the middle, or they take a well. And
You're not.
yeah, that mobility, yo.
I know. It's my dash, man.
My feet.
It does so
That's why-
much damage too. Oh shit.
But yeah, you want to place wards in the perimeter so you have enough time to react to enemy coming in. or some, they might come in for a gank, ambush you, or they might try to take out your, steal your parasite in the middle. The parasite's pretty big because it spawns bigger creatures. That's how you get the mega creeps and whatnot. Oh, really? Is this what we're gonna do?
Ultimate job. Nailed it.
Come out and see me sometime.
Right.
I'm good.
No? Fine. I'll just slap him. I'll slap him in his face.
Let's
So once you hit level
see.
20, you get your third summon a spell, ability, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
If that's what it takes. Going. Where are you going? Why I gotta walk all over, waiting in.
Come at me, bro. Come on. Come at me. What's wrong with you? Wuss? I was just playing, man! Die, you son of a...
Your team has been annihilated.
You told me to come! I came!
I was talking shit, man. Why would you take that literally?
How am I supposed to know when you're being literal or metaphorical? I got some pretty serious lag too, though. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, me too.
It's not the game, though. It's just,
Not the game. But basically, guys, I mean, if anybody has any questions throughout, even live, or even just if you guys are listening to the podcast, you just ask. You guys can leave a comment below, or comment below. That's cool. Leave a comment on the podcast, or even if we do make this into a YouTube video, just leave a comment below. I mean, we're actually gonna play some more, and we want other people like, you guys, of course, the gang, and anybody that wants to be a part of it to play with us.
Got a horrible taste in my mouth.
it's a fun game.
Horrible
I like
taste in my mouth. Doesn't even sound right.
horrible taste in your mouth. Who said that? There's a horrible taste in your mouth? You may want to brush your teeth, bro.
My feet hurt.
It's a chill game. I like it because I feel like you can play it a lot more laid back. Like League of Legends is hard to play casual these days because there's so many tryhards. Same in Dota 2. I love Dota 2, but don't go in there if you just want to have a little bit of fun. Like I'm not saying just play like a total tard, but sometimes you don't want to like be conscious of every little thing you do, every little play, and checking the map constantly, and you just want to just run around and shoot things and enjoy the scenery. Like look at this shrubbery. The shrubbery, it waves in the wind. You have to appreciate those finer details.
That'll keep them off us. Swimming's faster.
Sometimes you can't enjoy that because you're too busy worrying about the W. Know what I mean, Obi?
I do.
No.
Sometimes you just want to enjoy the game for what it is.
I know, right?
That's what takes the spirit, though. I knew you were. You have such a tell. You get all quiet when you're doing something devious.
Me? No.
All right, I'll trade with you.
The enemy captured your spirit well.
I do want to say, don't.
An enemy binding has been
The
destroyed.
wells are good to have, but don't get them at the cost of like
Swimming's faster.
getting your team killed or anything, because they're good, but they're not that good. Winning team battles and avoiding defeat, that's more important.
Go.
Get off my shizzles! Damn. I don't know how people could enjoy like playing one-on-one. And it's like when you see people.
We're
League of
just
Legends
fucking
do it too.
around, but I can't play one-on-one. I want to play a team game.
Yeah, that's where the real fun comes in. But I love when people are like, "Come see me, bro. You can't see me. Yo, play me. 1v1 duel." Like, why would you want to do that? Why would you volunteer to do something like that? That's like wanting to watch NASCAR racing. Like seriously, who does that?
Wow.
Waiting in.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
Wanting to watch NASCAR racing. Who does that shit? Rednecks or something? Jeez.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna make a left turn, guys. Right, here
Another left turn.
we go. Pew. Ooh, my burst is pretty dope.
Why I gotta walk all over? Faster. Make so fast.
Little does Obi know that I have boots that make me really fast, and I'm already at him.
Swimming's faster.
I'm already here. I'm coming to get him.
An enemy binding has been destroyed.
Oh shit! I'm in trouble! Ah!
Ooh, I popped my ult just in time. Oh yeah. Oh, the creeps are hurting me. Oh, the lag.
You have slain an enemy.
Nice one.
Yeah.
The
sorry
enemy
about that.
team has
Oh, I
been
started
annihilated.
stepping all over the place. Pew.
Let's misbehave. Make so fast.
All right.
Obi just wanted his kill. Now he's like, now I can end this.
Now we can leave.
Yeah, sure.
Let's catch up.
Sure, after you try to take my binding too.
Let's
No. Leave the binding alone. You are messing with the innards of my deliciousness. Adamus is a really good item for tankiness because it after taking a few hits, it unleashes a slow, an area effect slow that slows movement speed and area attack speed
going.
in the area, which is pretty darn useful.
Moving.
Oh, you got the lifesteal with the haste.
An enemy binding has been destroyed.
Come on, Obi. One more duel.
No.
Let's go.
No, not
Come
in
on.
here. Not in here. Get out of my face. You dick. Get out. No, leave me alone.
Why I gotta walk?
Oh, the lag.
Right.
Obi, stop it.
Go.
Get away from
Yes.
me. I don't want to.
Trudge.
My mission.
I don't want to fight
Got
you.
you.
Can't.
We're gonna catch you. Let me get you.
Gotta watch your own back. Swimming's faster.
I saw you.
Go.
Did you really? Oh shit! Yeah, you did. Come on, bro. Come at me.
Yeah, sure. Under the comfort of your
Yeah.
turret.
So
Going.
this is where he's still gonna win because I don't know what I'm doing in this game.
My needle's dry.
Fine. We'll just hang out. Bot lane. With the farmer's hat on. That's how we do, yo.
Why I gotta walk all over?
Your
Go.
binding is under
If you like
attack.
chasing people, Pursuit's a fun item to get. Me gusta.
Binding has
Uh-oh.
been destroyed.
Can't.
See that? The little,
All right, you
there's
ready?
little lines behind me. It means I'm going faster. Pew! Look at me. I'm so fast, I can't even keep it with myself.
Make so fast. Well, no. Swimming's faster.
Let's see what's going on up here. I'm gonna go visit top lane, see if everybody's cool.
I bet you
Right.
are.
The Winnians, they're good.
So
Go! Stop.
I don't know if I trust
Binding is
you.
under
There you are.
attack.
Going.
Yeah, I told you.
Ha!
Your
Nail
binding
lightly.
has been destroyed.
Go! No go.
Oh, Obi's tryharding, just trying to get my base.
Nope. Going.
Can't leave the bindings alone. One thing I have noticed that the turrets here don't feel as threatening as they do in League of Legends, because you don't have that stacking damage. You know, when they stay locked on you, they still hurt, but people will tower dive you no problem here.
Stop.
It's crazy. They will dive you hard. They won't think. They won't think twice about it either.
Oh shit.
The dive is real.
Moving. Swimming's faster. Go! Nick so fast. Go! Nope. Right.
It's gonna become a war of contention here, or what is it? A war of attrition, where you just
Trudge, trudge.
no one really wins.
Just keep an eye out.
Becomes awkward, like weddings.
No go.
How the hell? Damn you, Obi.
May likely.
No! Don't get away!
No.
Fine. Be like that.
My feet hurt. Go!
That scared the shit out of me, dude. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die!
I'm just gonna hang out here. My favorite creeps.
Why?
Because they're cool. Oh, you got something going up there. I don't think I could 1v1 the Parasite, though.
Swimming's
Parasite's
faster.
pretty
Let's
strong.
we can both do it together. Just don't kill me. Won't kill you. So basically, when the game's about this far, 30 minutes or so, your team will make a call. Basically, when you go for like Baron
Weak
Nashor,
one.
yeah, push your top out or push yours out, and then
Why
meet
I
me in the
gotta
middle.
walk all over.
Basically, when you can go through the
Can't do
game
it.
and actually, play like you're playing, you got
Nay,
like 2 or 3
likely.
items, whatever. Your team might say, okay, hey, let's push
Right.
for this guy. I'll get down here low so you guys can see what he looks like.
Which guy? Who you looking at?
The guy in the middle.
The Parasite.
Yeah.
Waiting.
The guy in the middle. That's something that could be a gay film.
Why I gotta walk all over.
Not that there's anything wrong with homoerotic films. I'm just saying, not really my
No.
cup of tea.
But I did take 3 shots from the Parasite, and I'm down a little bit. So, but basically,
me
you're
see.
just like any other team. Yeah. See, it's
He hurts.
trade off.
Swimming's
We gotta see if we can take turns on him.
Where are you?
Oh gosh, that burst though. You don't want to stay in that fire. Oh god.
Have been slain.
Oh.
Your team has been
That's
annihilated.
Mike, you ran into my.
I know it. I know.
Oh my gosh, the guy hurts so much.
And
Why?
Has been
and
divided.
I
Your team has has been annihilated.
The team has been hit. So basically, he's really, really strong, guys. So you don't want to do that without
He's way too strong.
Yeah. But
They do really. I think they do a really good job of placing a big incentive on working as a team. Like if you want to, lone wolf the mofo's, you're gonna be very sad. You gotta work as a team, and that not just in the team battles, in laning phases, but also like warding and communicating. Like it helps out so much. One thing I do notice is that it feels like there's a little less bottlenecking on this map. It's the only map you can play right now on Dawngate. So it can be bad because when you ward, where do you ward? Because they can come at you from so many different directions. So you just got to be a lot more aware of the map.
Right. Well, and with me playing it and knowing how to play League, and this is for those that do know how to play League, and that basically you just do the same thing as you do in League. There's more bushes, there's more jungle camps, there's more, everything to where you can actually do more, but you can get around more. Like you guys could say, and if I were in League of Legends and he was playing Master Yi and I was playing somebody equivalent to what I'm playing right now, I would have died because there's so many there's so many ways to get away from somebody. You know what I mean? So it's something that don't. It's something that you guys can basically, just farm. Basically, as long as you just play it, it'll, that's all it'll. I don't know. I'm trying to think straight right now.
I stopped attacking you.
No, you're fine. But it's basically once you guys play. I mean, you guys can play any champion you want and actually be able to play. Like with what Yogi does, he can play pretty much any champion he wants to and actually play him decently. I've just started in the game just like many people. The only problem that it doesn't have is it doesn't have that that feel to it to where you actually have to do something different or you're gonna lose. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get my ass kicked right now. Oh my god.
No, I'm leaving you alone so you can say your spiel.
Well, I'm done now and I'm like, fuck dude, what am I doing? I'm in the base. Fuck. Ass kicked. But we will do, I can tell you guys though, for those that do like the game, come join us. We are going to be making some gang videos, where if we can get enough people from gang on here and playing, that we can actually, play as a team and actually just have some fun. So, be looking forward to the videos coming out for that, from myself and or Yogi. And then, of course, just like everybody else, we're going to just keep doing what we love to do. So that is a little bit of Dawngate, guys. We are level 20. We're at max. I've got 5 items. He's probably got 6. So this is what it is. So I hope you guys did enjoy the little Dawngate moment. We do like the game very much. And as he kills me,
that shield is amazing.
I know.
I can't help myself. I'm just like wrapping it up. I'm like.
As he does kill me, though, we are good. I'm gonna surrender the game real quick so we can just end it. And basically,
has been defeated.
That's Dawngate, guys. So, hope you did like it.
There's one more thing I would say. When you look at your passive, which is basically the Dawngate symbol, the pure shapers are like the energy champions on League of Legends. The ones that don't use mana, like they have some kind of mechanic where they regenerate or they have no mana cost.
Yeah, like Riven, not Riven, but well.
Yeah, Riven has no mana.
Yeah.
Akali's like that.
Assassins.
Pretty much assassin, yeah. But here they do that for a lot. When it says pure shaper, you can cast your abilities freely. And basically all you have to worry about usually is cooldown reduction. With the other ones that have the mana, there isn't any mana regen per se. There's other ways to kind of work around that though. So something to keep an eye out. That is a pretty unique factor.
Definitely. Well,
I think it's by Obi.
Yeah, definitely. But you guys, that is a little bit about the little bit with Dawngate. I do like the game. I'm not one to fully endorse something unless I actually like it. But it can be a game that you can play, especially with other people, especially if you get to know it. Just like League, just like I told you before with League of Legends, just pick a couple pick a couple shapers that you want to play, and read on them. They got tutorial videos on YouTube already, and if we can find the time, I'm sure Yogi would love to do some with me. So I mean, we can do stuff like that. You guys just let us know what you guys want to see, what champions or shapers you guys want to see, and we'll try to do a tutorial video for you, and what to build, what to where to go, especially like a Moya. You would go into the jungle or even be a ranged AD carry, or like a ranged carries. You could use him as like a ranged carry support because he's already that bruiser type, and blow up a lane like that. So, but this is Dawngate, guys, and of course the Sunday Dose. And we're not talking about just League of Legends, of course. We are talking about anything that we can. With Doc being very, very sick, throwing up all over the place. Really appreciate Kantiel and of course Yogi for helping out today. Yeah, that's what it is. Can't even think right now. Yeah. We are go ahead and get ready to have the music going. We're just gonna do the shout outs, and then we're gonna get out of here. The gang is growing, guys. Each and every person that knows about geekyantics.com, you guys go to .net, go check it out, please. It's that we're growing like weeds. The YouTube and the Twitch channels. Yeah, we are. YouTube and the Twitch channels, of course, twitch.tv/geekyantics, youtube.com/geekyantics as well. Big shout outs to Death Gaming Podcast, which is also another part of the Geeky Antics Network and Geeky Antics family. Of course, if you guys want to check them out, they are right before Horseplay on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And hopefully they're going to be simulcasting right on Geeky Antics right here. But their channel is going to be twitch.tv/gamingdeath. So you guys go check them out at 9 o'clock on Thursdays. Check out full coverage of all games and everything that we do on geekyantics.net. We're very happy and very appreciative to everybody that's given any kind of insight or any kind of just, hey, this is a good post, or hey, nice, or hey, thumbs up. We really appreciate everything that everybody does. And for everybody else that did not hear it on the Horseplay, Fred Rojas with Pixelated Pints is going to, or Hefe, is it Hefe and Fred?
Yep.
Okay, so Pixelated Pints, which is a new show that is right on Geeky Antics. We finally convinced Fred to come over to the gang, so he said, yeah, we'll do it. So officially, Pixelated Pints is now on Geeky Antics Global, Geeky Antics Network Global, the gang. So welcome to the family, Fred and Hefe. Really can't wait to hear some whatever you guys got going on. And they do have shows out there. I think they're on what, 20 something? Are they on their 20s now? Because I know he's been
as
doing
far
it
as
for
the
a
many
bit.
Pixelated Pints.
Yeah,
They're only on like episode like 6 or 7.
they're not in double digits yet, are they?
Yeah, they're kind of like right here on Sunday Dose, kind of the same number, I think.
Okay.
They might be like a little ahead, like at number 8 or 9. So yeah.
But you guys do like it. Go ahead and check those out. We have giveaways too, guys. Geekyantics.net.com. Same thing. I'm just going to start saying one from now on. But we are doing giveaways, guys. We're doing game giveaways. We're doing, I don't even know how many giveaways. If you guys do want to check it out, you guys go to geekyantics.com and go to giveaways. They're all there. I can't even tell you what we're giving away right now because we have so many things that we're giving away to the fans, to the people that support us the most. What we do is want you to check out our friends at Worthy Opponent, 42 level gaming 42 level 1 gaming history 101, the B Team podcast, R9 Cast, Knuckleballer Radio, Pixelated Pints, Zombie Cast, Agents of Shield Cast, Fantastic Forum, Sega Nerds, and the Kistuberous Doctor Who podcast on allgames.com, of course, the network, and gang. So you guys check out all those guys. If you guys do go over there, check them out. You guys can go to allgames.com/chat. Let them know that Obi sent you over from Obi and Yogi this week sent you over from the Sunday Dose. And, of course, they're going to give you a big old hug and say, hey, welcome to the family. So much love to all our All Games family. And, of course, much love to the gang. You guys, we love you guys very much. But, of course, Yogi, do you have anything to say to dip anything out, bud?
No, just make sure you check out geekyantics.net/podcast for all our podcasts. We're also syndicating A Worthy Opponent, which is an excellent podcast. They're not officially part of the network, but they're just great people, so we want to help them out, help them grow their audience so they get great content. And then, of course, geekyantics.net/giveaways is where you can find all our latest giveaways. And for you aspiring writers who want another channel to promote your stuff, we have the storytelling section, so make sure you check that out as well.
Definitely. And, well, this is the Sunday Dose. I think that's about it, I think, right?
Yeah.
Really appreciate everybody stopping by for this edition. Doc, to you, get better, man. I hope to see you next week. Kantiel, thank you again once again for coming onto the show. Of course, Yogi, thanks for helping out. Because you're like the daddy for everybody. You got to be there when nobody else is. You're like the manager that has to be there to work because nobody else showed up. So, but no, he's sick today, so it's all good. We'll see Doc next week, and of course, everybody else will see you next week. This is Obi1X2 right here with the Zilla man, Yogizilla. This is the Sunday Dose. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Take it easy, guys.